Hey, Future Ryan here. Just putting this out there. This video isn't about riding. It's about what's been going on in the last 2 years. Lots of YouTube comments and Reddit comments asking where I've been, what's been going on, how life's going, how my progress is. So yeah, just really putting out this video to fill everyone in on that, and I'll see you around. Hey everyone, it's Ryan checking in. I know it's been 2 years since I've put out a video. Really just putting out this video for updates, fill you guys in on what's been going on. Lots of bike issues, equipment issues, bought a house, so there's been a ton of house projects, and then just being discouraged. Yeah, this video is really just to fill you in on all of that. It's not really going to have much riding, just really the story of what's been going on for the last 2 years. So not long after I had put out that video back in November of 2020, rode my bike a few times, recorded videos, went up to Sedona, Arizona, rode around Pyramid Peak again in northern Phoenix, and then some Dreamy Drop Phoenix Mountain Preserve rides, and had 3 videos worth of footage. Was putting together an edit, and my computer crashed, so lost a lot of data. I lost a lot of footage, really. So I was like, got a little disappointed in that. I did take my computer into a repair shop, took about a week, and then they came back and said hard drive crashed, motherboard crashed, burnt out, hard drive got corrupt. So I wasn't able to recover any of the data, any of the footage or audio files. So kind of got discouraged about that. Bought a new laptop, started to try and get into video recording, went out for a couple of rides with it, but just didn't have the drive. After losing all that data, it was like, discouraged me. Pretty much most of 2021, did some small rides, nothing huge. But in August, me and my girl were going to Zion National Park and Bryce Canyon. So she had recommended to bring the bike and start making videos again. I was like, that's a great idea. So took my bike to Utah to, like, not to ride around Zion, but we had about 2 down days where we weren't going to be hiking. So she was like, take your bike and do some rides. So on the way up to Utah from Phoenix, we stopped in Flagstaff for lunch. And then while we were there, I was kind of just talking about stuff with my girl. And we brought up, or one of the subjects was just traveling and what's around there. And then I was thinking the Grand Falls, northeast of Flagstaff. I had never been, heard it's amazing. It had rained recently. So I looked at the water flow of the Little Colorado, and it looked like the waterfall was going to be good. So we decided to take that detour. Like I said, it was about 2 hours outside of Flag, there and back, a little 2-hour add-on to our drive. But on the drive there, very rough dirt road. It's graded because it is on reservation land. Graded dirt road, but it was really washboardy, and because it had been raining and stuff, so it vibrated the car pretty bad. But we got there, beautiful falls. They're nicknamed Chocolate Falls, but yeah, huge. They're apparently taller than Niagara. You can't get a good idea of how big they actually are from this video. But if you're ever in Flagstaff, I recommend this 2-hour detour if you've got some type of vehicle that can make it work. But yeah, we leave there, head up to Utah. We're staying outside of St. George, which is not far from Zion. And when we got to the Airbnb, go to pull my bike off the back of my car, and my bike seat's missing completely. So I was like, that's not good. Immediately checked. We didn't get into our Airbnb until about 9 o'clock. So looked at bike shops around, saw what time they opened. There's one at 9 o'clock and one at 10 o'clock on the Saturday that we were there, or the Saturday we're going to be there. So the next morning, woke up, went to both bike shops. One of them dug around for probably 20 minutes in his junk bin, could not find this piece to the bike. So the piece that fell off was this bracket here, the top piece, and the 2 bolts that holds the seat on, and the seat, of course, but that holds the seat on. Those are what we're missing. Bike shop guy couldn't find it at the one that looked like 20 minutes. The other guy kind of just said, we don't really carry spare parts for these Fox dropper posts. So basically the entire rest of that Utah, Zion, and Bryce Canyon trip, I had no bike, was just dragging around the dead weight of a bike. So that was disappointing. Because of how my rear shock is and this type of bike rack, I have to mount my bike upside down like this. I think that's why the seat fell off from the vibrations. You got to see here, everything's pulling down on those bolts. When we got back into Phoenix, I had called around to a few bike shops. Nobody had the part. I went to the bike shop that I go to often. They didn't have it. They didn't know anyone that would. So they had given me the Fox Parts contact number, and I had called Fox. Fox ended up being able to give me an invoice me and bill me for these two parts. The bolt set and the top bracket came out to be $18. So it really wasn't that bad compared to having to buy a whole new dropper or a whole new seat post. But because they were still playing catch up with COVID, shipping delays, all of that stuff, it did take 10 weeks for me to get my bracket. So by the time I got it in, got the seat in, put it all together, I kind of got out of the groove of mountain biking and riding, really. So that was another kind of wall I hit of discouragement. And just like, so then in January of 2022, I ended up buying a house, and my weekends became filled with yard projects, building things, remodeling, bathroom projects, all these big things of like weekend projects, and not so much going out and riding. There were a few times I rode down to the post office, which is like a mile from me, and I kind of changed it up on which bike I took depending on if I wanted hardtail or full suspension, and how it felt, and just messing around while riding. But I went on a couple of rides to the post office to drop some orders off for my side business, but never really went on a good mountain bike ride or anything like that. Just didn't have the drive or the urge to. Kind of like all those hiccups made it where I was like, I got out of the groove of riding, didn't really have that urge or desire. So yeah, now I'm really trying to get back into it, trying to hit the ground running. Hopefully I can help encourage people and kind of show that we do get discouraged, and people do get discouraged from riding. We get sidetracked with life, all this other stuff, and just trying to get back into it. But I definitely hope I can encourage people to get back to it themselves. So that's what's been going on for the last 2 years or so. Lots of stuff, lots of life happening. I do have some disappointing news. I am at pretty much the same exact weight, that 345-ish, since I posted that video 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm hoping I can hit the ground running, produce some more videos, put some stuff out there, maybe encourage some people on their mountain bike weight loss, fitness goals, and I'll see you on the trails.